Hello, today we'll be replacing the brake pads and rotors on the 2002 Chevy Avalanche. We'll start off by removing the hubcap cover. And now we want to loosen the wheel while it's on the ground. And before lifting the truck, you want to put blocks in the front wheels so that it doesn't roll back on you. And we can now go ahead and lift the truck. And you always want to be sure to use a jack stand. Now we just remove the wheel. And here we can see some of the damage. Well, I like to reuse the rotor retainers, so I just try to unscrew them out. I had to pry up on both sides to get this one out. After a little prying, it just screws out. Next, we want to loosen or remove the two caliper bolts. And now the two caliper bracket bolts. And now we can remove the whole assembly and separate it from the caliper. And now we can see how bad the brake pads really were. And now we can just slide out the brake rotor. To compress the caliper, we want to use an old brake pad and a tool. And if you're using a single brake pad spreader, you go from one side to the other. And you repeat this until both pistons are compressed. And these are the two new rotors and the brake pads we will be using. And you want to be sure to compare the rotors. And now we can clean off the surface with brake cleaner. And now we can install the new rotor. And the clips if you chose to reuse them. And I will be using this lubricant to lubricate many of the brake components. I prefer using this over anti-seize. The brake pads I'm using include new hardware, so I'll be switching those to the caliper bracket. And now we want to coat them with a little bit of lubricant, only in the area where the brake pads slide. And as you can see, a little bit goes a long way. And now we can install the caliper bracket. And now we can install the new brake pads. And you want to add lubricant to the areas where the caliper presses on. And now we can install the caliper. And next comes the wheel. And you want to tighten them up snug in a crisscross pattern. After lowering the truck a little bit, you want to torque the wheel. And lastly, the center cap. And now the other side, which I will just include a few pictures of. Before driving the vehicle, you want to pump the pedal a few times so the pedal gets hard. And lastly, you want to double check the brake fluid level. And that completes the brake job. I hope you found this video helpful and informative.